Well, joining us now, Wadji Lion is a Saudi activist for LGBT rights. Great to see you again, Wadji, and a really worrying and sad story, isn't it? What would you say Nasrallah's comments tell us about the rights or the lack of rights for LGBT people in Lebanon? Because the law itself is somewhat ambiguous, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. We do have Law 534, which is part of the Lebanese constitution, that does say if a man of a person have sex with the same sex, they would be sentenced between a month to a year in prison and fined around $6,600 just for that act alone. Also, Lebanon was one of the only Arab countries to ever host LGBT parade before, and in recent years they have been banned from doing so. Of course, this attack has come after a strong fight for our rights, after we have been criminalized and have been demarginalized and systemically attacked by Middle Eastern governments such as the Lebanese government. And for our fighting, Hassan Nasrallah has claimed that we are just wanting to come out and say that we are victims and play the victim card. Meanwhile, he's literally asking for us to be executed and killed in front of the whole world. So it's funny that they want us to actually be executed, and they also don't want us to let the world know that we are going to be victims under a country that does not respect any human rights or any LGBT rights like Lebanon. Yes, Lebanon might have some sort of democracy and some sort of representation, but he forgot all of the governmental corruption. He forgot all of the war that they're into, all of the drug abuse that is happening in Lebanon. Health care is falling. There is no houses or infrastructure for Lebanese people. They can't even pick up their own trash, and they are attacking innocent people like the LGBT community. I take my hat off to Kawkab Zohan, a drag queen who is facing all this danger in Lebanon just so she can face the community and give some safe spaces for our LGBT community. Because of COVID-19, a lot of queer safe spaces have closed, and now there's only few places that are safe, and they're trying to shut those places down.
All right. Well, I mean, Wadji, you mentioned the drag queen there, but I find it's really hard to talk about this in a Lebanese context without talking about the fantastic rock band Nasrallah. The singer said that he actually had to break up his very successful band because of death threats and harassment over his sexuality.
That is not surprising. In fact, it is the norm that these types of death threats would come toward a public figure that is preaching and spreading love. Because what this shows the bankruptcy of the Lebanese policies and political system. It's because when they don't have anything other than their corruption to fix, and they don't know how to fix it, they start attacking members of the LGBT community as a way to distract from all the corruption that's happening in their own country. So I'm not surprised at all. I've received the same types of death threats myself.
Do you think people fall for it? Do you think people fall for it, Wadji, or can they see past it? Can they see it's just a distraction technique?
When you're talking about Hezbollah, you're talking about people that are in a political religious cult with a large following through different nations and different countries. And regardless of where you are, we have seen how people reacted in Poland to how one person is burning the Quran, regardless of where you live. There is a huge political religious movement that will hunt you down regardless where you live, regardless where you're from.
Wadji,
if you disagree or cross their religious
Wadji, we have to leave it there. I'm afraid we're out of time. It's a very disturbing story. It's great to have your view on it. Thank you.